TPN, the Sovereign Americans News Network. A question for Benjamin Jealous, President of the NAACP. Are you a hypocrite for when you said this?
My message to the Tea Party is this: you must expel the bigots and racists in your ranks or take full responsibility for all of their actions.
Did that mean you and your organization were willing to do the same? If so, you have much more work to do than we do. Blacks, some for the first time ever, voting for Obama just because he is black. That is racism.
It is not only hypocritical for you to vote for Barack Obama simply because he's a black man. It's an insult to our forefathers who fought and died so that we'd have equal opportunity. Black people fought and died for the right to vote. Black people fought and died so that we'd have equal opportunity in this country. And here you are, casting special votes for special candidates for special reasons that don't have anything to do with their qualifications. Do you forget that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. dreamed of an America where men were judged by the content of their character and not the color of their skin? Are you not casting your vote for Barack Obama because of the color of his skin? Be honest. This man will be the leader of the free world. And all he has on his list of qualifications is a law degree and experience handing out breakfast in the ghettos of Chicago. I mean, are you serious? You're willing to hand the presidency of the United States over to this man because he's the same race as you?
Mr. Jealous, will you expel these people or condemn them?
No, actually, this is my first vote.
First time to vote?
That's right.
Cool.
And this is your first, this is the first time for you,
This is the first time, yes.
How long have you been voting?
First time.
This is the first time voting? You know, you're in your 60s, and in your 60s, this is the first time you voted, and your first time you voted, why this time versus any other time?
Well, they had a candidate that I like.
The candidate that you like. And when you heard that you're a candidate, and I don't know who that candidate would be, but who was the candidate?
Barack Obama.
That's what I'm talking about.
Why do you want Mr. Obama?
Because he's for the colored people.
It's never too late to have your say. A 95-year-old Virginia woman became eligible to vote when Franklin Roosevelt and Herbert Hoover battled it out for the White House. But it took the candidacy of Barack Obama to get her on the voter rolls.
Okay, I'm 52. I've never voted in my life because basically voting to me is, it depends on the best line of BS that's presented to us, and that's what we go by. So I think I want to give a real man a chance. And I've never voted in my life because it never interested me.
While she wasn't familiar with all the candidates,
No, I don't know any of those guys.
there was one that stood out.
Barack Obama.
A candidate she says represents voters like her.
Because he is for the Negro Americans. He believes that it will be a better world for us to live in, and I voted for him.
I've never voted in my life. I ain't seen a goddamn thing to vote for. I'm gonna vote this time, the first time, for Obama.
Before you deal with the softcore racist, how about you deal with these hardcore racists, the new Black Panther Party, officially listed by the admittedly and arguably dubious Southern Poverty Law Center as a hate group.
He gets what he wants. Some little weak charge on the new Black Panther Party of voter intimidation.
That's right.
Saying that we were in front of a polling place with a baton. Now, what would we look like in front of a polling place with baton? You know we don't carry batons.
That's right.
Psych. I'm just playing. All right. Look, brothers and sisters, we did. It's just that the new Black Panther Party, sometimes, whatever we do, we just tend to do it kind of strong, you know what I mean? Sometimes whatever we do, sometimes we just do it just real strong. And sometimes it can even be too black and too strong. And so what happened was one of our men, one of our brothers, who's my little brother and I love, King Samir Shabazz, just was a little bit too strong, and he was caught out there at the polling place with the nightstick. at the polling place. He said he don't believe in the white man's voting system anyway, so he don't give a damn.
On the walkway going into the, it was some kind of community center or something. And there was, so I got out, I stopped and parked my car, got out of the car, and there was this lady, probably about 80 years old, who was sort of walking slowly up the street. And as she was approaching the entranceway to go into the building, one of the young men called to her, said to her, "If you're not voting for Obama, go home, because you're not voting here today." And she turned and walked away. The pain that I felt because of the people who have fought for African Americans to have the right to vote. And this fight has been a battle that has gone on for many, many, many years. And to see two African American young men denied the right under a veiled threat of violence to a woman who was the elder, a woman who looked to be around 80 years old, and not allowing her the opportunity to vote, I found appalling. While I was standing there were other people approaching, maybe 4 or 5 people approaching, and when they heard that, they all turned and walked away, or continued to walk in the direction that they were going in. And for two young men to just feel that the end justified the means for reaching that end caused me great grief.
You want freedom? You're going to have to kill some crackers. You're going to have to kill some of their babies.
What about this King Samir Shabazz? He was the individual with the baton, and you know he was the one at the center of this case. And you point out that the Justice Department got a partial injunction against him. Is he a racist? Is he a racist, Mr. Shabazz?
I can't speak for him on that. I would say that the new Black Panther Party is not a hate group or a racist organization.
And for the record, for the inside the party, King Samir is welcome back in the new Black Panther Party. King Samir is welcome.
King Samir here, and he's always, I can say this, wherever I go, he's been by my side.
How many of y'all are actually tired of police brutality? Raise your black hands. Everybody's hands should be up. Nobody's hands should be down right now. Seriously. If you're tired of police brutality, raise your black hands. Now, how many of y'all want to know the quickest way to get rid of police brutality? How many really want to know? The quickest way to get rid of the police brutality is to get rid of police. How do you get rid of police in your community? How many of y'all know about the Deacons for Defense? We need Deacons for Defense in each and every black community. Is that right? It makes no damn sense why cracker police come in your neighborhood and militarize your neighborhood. They go home to their stinking wife and children, and they don't have to police their neighborhood. Knowing I run from one rookie cracker cop who just joined the force yesterday. 12 black men standing on the corner, one little punk cracker come driving through the hood and say, "Get off my corner, niggas," and you flee. Everybody on the corner strapped, and you still scared. I love fighting me some crackers. Straight up. I love fighting peckerwoods. And niggas in the woods too. I stay in jail. Why do I stay in jail? Because I defend my hood. Police shaking their boots when they see me. Why? Because I defend my hood. I don't allow nothing to go on in my hood that I don't know about. You gotta have the heart to step to these bastards, man.
How we are going to exterminate white people, because that, in my estimation, is the only conclusion I have come to. We have to exterminate white people off of the face of the planet to solve this problem. The problem on the planet is white people.
Our message to Mr. Jealous and the NAACP is this.
You must expel the bigots and racists in your ranks or take full responsibility for all of their actions.
TPN, the Sovereign Americans News Network.